Hello, pretty little ladies and gentlemen, of course. I'm here today to talk about Alison. So I think that this is a good place to start because this has been one of the most asked questions in PLL history. Side note, I'm not going to talk about the twin theory today. I'd be more than happy to do a twin theory video. I just think that everyone and their mom has already heard about the twin theory. So for the purposes of this video, I'm only going to focus on whether or not Alison's alive. There's so much to talk about, so yeah, I'm going to try to keep this as simple as I possibly can. So with that being said, I'm put my thinking cap on and share with you guys any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns I have regarding whether or not Alison is alive. So let's get the show on the road. First, I'm going to start with what I like to call Alison hallucinations. All the liars have had vivid dreams of Alison visiting them, and in each case I found physical evidence that shows that Allie was there. So I'm going to share with you guys that physical evidence. Also, I kind of noticed that in most of these situations, Alison is helping the liars, which I'll point out in all the clips as we go. So the first clip I'm going to share with you guys is when Hannah was hit by a car and she's in the hospital with Alison.
Hannah tells Allie, "They said you were dead." Alison replies, "Yeah, I heard that too, but here I am." Telling the truth to the wrong person at the wrong time is how I ended up where I am. Take it from me, you're always better off with a really good lie. She also says, "I was so scared that you were going to die. That's why I came back. I didn't care how dangerous it was. I had to see you."
I found Allie's response interesting. "Yeah, I heard that too, but here I am." I definitely think that she is implying that she's alive, and it would only make sense that she's alive and hiding, because why else would it be too dangerous for her to come back? The physical evidence from this clip was the cut because it had Alison's lipstick on it. And the second hallucination I'm going to talk about is when Emily passed out in the barn and Alison saves her life by pulling her out of the barn.
And Allie says to Emily, "I think I miss you the most. You were always my favorite." And Emily replies, "Do you know who A is? You have to tell me." Allie says, "I don't think that's a good idea because two can only keep a secret if one of them is dead." And the next clip I have is when Emily wakes up to the liars. She tells them she's still alive, she was here, I saw Alison.
In this clip, Alison says the famous line of, "Two can only keep a secret if one of them is dead." Again, I think she's implying that she is alive because if she was dead, she would be able to tell Emily the secret, but since Emily and Alison are both alive, Alison can't tell Emily the secret, therefore Alison is alive. Hope that made sense. It somehow did make sense to me, so yeah, I think that's definitely implying that Alison is alive. And the physical evidence from this clip was Emily. Emily's body was pulled out of the barn and she was outside safe. And yeah, the third hallucination I'm going to talk about is when Spencer is sleeping on the couch.
Alison says, "Don't get hung up on the details and miss what's parked right in front of you. I miss you, Spence. I miss that fierce look you'd get in your eyes when you had to know the answer."
So if there's any quote I want you to remember from this video is the "don't get hung up on all the details and miss what's parked right in front of you," because hello, Alison is alive because Alison is parked right in front of us. So let's not get hung up on all the little details and forget that Alison is right there and alive. So I think this line is freaking brilliant because, I mean, it just tells you that, like, don't miss what's parked right in front of you. Allie, don't miss that Allie's alive. So I think this is a big, awesome line that was put in the video for us. And I think that's the biggest clue I have. I really think that, to me, this proves Alison's alive. I thought it was really clever that they made it seem like Alison was talking about the bag. And I mean, she could be talking about the bag, but I'm gonna go with the line was meant to be about Allie. Well, and the physical evidence from this clip is the door was left open and the painkillers were also left open.
And now we have Spencer talking to Emily about what just happened in her living room. And Spencer says, "She was in my living room. I could still smell her cream rinse after she left." And Emily replies, I've been there. After I got locked in that barn, I woke up and she was leaning over me. That conversation felt more real to me than you and me talking in this car.
Fourth hallucination is when Arya was sick with the flu, but really crazy psycho Meredith was drugging her.
And Arya says, is this a dream? Alison replies, no, sweetie, I'm more real than I've ever been. Arya asks, did my dad kill you? Alison says, do I look dead to you?
No, you don't look dead, Alison. She's more real than she's ever been. The physical evidence here is the doll. Allie moved the doll. The most important hallucination, in my opinion, is the night of the lodge fire because Alison pulled Mona, Arya, Emily, and Hannah out of the lodge. So I'll roll that clip.
Mona says, did anyone see her? Alison, she pulled me out of there. She pulled us all out. She was here, I swear it. And then Hannah says, I saw her too. And Spencer, so did I. Allie is Redcoat.
I think this is pretty crucial because Spencer, Hannah, and Mona all saw Alison. So that's 3 girls confirming that they saw Alison and Alison saved their lives. So I should probably talk about what Alison is wearing. Yes, I'm sure a couple of you noticed this little thing that she's wearing called a red coat. I'd like to point out that I do not think Allie is part of the A team or A at all, and I'd also like to point out that in all the hallucinations we've seen, Alison is helping the liars, either saving their lives or just helping them, and she also expresses to them how much she cares about them and she misses them. So because of that, I think Allie is good. She's not evil, so I'm ruling her out of being A or part of the A team. Next, we have dead bodies, and I apologize in advance for the gruesome images I'm about to show you. So we've seen Ian's dead body, we've seen Garrett's dead body, and we've seen Wilden's dead body. Pretty Little Liars even showed us Toby's dead body, but the difference here is we only saw his tattoo, we never saw his face, and what happens? He turns out to be not so dead, he turns out to be very much alive. Which brings me to my next point. In Pretty Little Liars, it is totally possible that someone dead ends up being very much alive. Therefore, it is totally possible that Alison is alive, especially since we've recently found out that her body was only identified by her yellow top.
So Hannah asks, did you see? Miss Dilaurentis replies, see what? What was left of her? The yellow blouse was enough, Hannah.
Let's talk about that hand in the ground. I think that hand belongs to Alison, and she's even wearing the Alison bracelet. You see someone grabbing the hand, and I think it's safe to assume that someone pulled Alison out of the ground. With that being said, I'm going to talk about how Alison could hold her breath for long periods of time.
Alison, breathe. I said breathe. Breathe. Okay, fine. One night. She perfected that stunt when she was 5 years old, just to torture me.
So can Allie hold her breath for, I don't know, long enough to be buried and then pulled out? Which leads me to believe that Alison faked her own death. In a lot of flashbacks, we get the feeling that Alison knew she was gonna die. She seemed to be planning it, or she just seemed to drop hints about it. For example, I'm gonna show the diary clip and the snow globe clip. I'm sure there's other ones, but these are the 2 that caught my attention.
Let me see. No, you're gonna have to wait till after. Till after what? After I'm dead. I'm writing them for you. You're gonna need them if you're gonna carry on after I'm gone. Make sure you keep that in a safe place. It's a lot more valuable than it looks. Haven't you guys ever thought about how deliciously tragic it would be to die in some incredibly mysterious way? That would be superior. Then Spencer says, is that really how you want to go? Then Ellie replies, not just yet. It's not gruesome. It's immortality, my darlings.
I'm almost done. I'm just gonna sum it all up for you guys and call it a day. So let's just wrap this bad boy up. I think A was threatening Alison, and I think Alison faked her own death. I think she planned it. I think she even dropped hints about it. And I think Alison might have had a helper, to the extent of this person helped bury her and then came back to pull her out. So I don't think Alison is A or part of the A team. I think she's good. I don't think she's evil. She always comes back to help her friends when they are in need. I don't think she's Redcoat. I think she wears a red coat, but I don't think she's Redcoat. So the fact that we never saw her body just screams to me that she's alive. I mean, her body was only identified by her yellow top, so there's definitely a lot of wiggle room for her to be alive in that whole situation. So my verdict is Alison Dilaurentis is alive. She is 100% alive. So yeah, those are just my thoughts and theories on Alison. I'm not trying to say that I'm 100% correct. Just my opinion, and I kind of want to know what you guys think. Do you think Alison is alive? Do you think Alison is dead? Let me know in the comments below, and yeah, share with me your thoughts. All the clips I used were paraphrased by me, and they're not completely exact just because I wanted to make them as short as I could. I'll write all the episodes, seasons. I got those clips from down below, so if you want to check those out, you can. And that's all for today, so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!